Hello masters, I would like to introduce you my new transform effector shader. It's a pretty new system of transforming the objects and it's all based only on the shaders. You have this simple blueprint which allows you to control all the actors. As you can see here, it works with static meshes and also with foliage. In this level there is more than 5,000 assets and it's running pretty smoothly around 80 frames per second, and you can control all the actors in editor mode. So I can change the distances, I can turn on and off the effect. I can also check the debug colors, so it's measuring the distances and it's coloring the affected meshes. And as you can see here, you can control the location. You can also switch between local and world. Um, you can choose if you want to. Let's go back here. Uh, Also, you can rotate the object. There are two effects mode for now, so I will use this one, this animating spheres. It's animating gradients, as you can see here, and yeah, I can control the rotation around local axis or the world rotation, and you can also check if you want to rotate and scale around the pivot or the object center. So in here, as you can see, there is a pivot here, and I can change it. So if it's true, it's around pivot, or if it's false, it's around the center. And the same is for the scale. So we are scaling around pivot or scaling local or word. And then we have these two effects, and that's basically it. It's running pretty smoothly. It allows you to create many different effects. As here is a third person example. So it's a simple game, computing the distance, and it's appearing the environment, so you can interact with it. And here is some interaction button which is controlling the radial distance, minimum and maximum size, so it's appearing the whole scene. So you can find also this example of third person in the project. And since it's all based on the materials, here are all the basics. So here are the common issues. It's just bounding scale. So if I fix bounding scale here, you can see it's properly working with the lighting, and the shadows here is not. So if you have some troubles with it, just go to bounds, and you can see I changed the scale to 3. Here the bound is scaled to 1. You can also see the bounds, so it works like this. So when the object leaves its bounds, there are going to be some errors with computation, light and shadows. So if I change the bounds, so my transforming the object is in the new bounds, everything works properly. And as you can see, and here is also that there is some issues with nanite. So keep all the meshes as not nanite geometry. And yeah, it's all based on the world position offset. So if I see the collisions, you can see all the collision stays the same. We are only transforming the appearance of the models, but the model stays at the same position. But it's all running on GPU, so it's optimized well for your games. Here you can find some basic materials and materials function. Here is for location, local and world one. So every time you find something what you are interested in, you can flick through the material instance, and here is the basic material with the function for location. Here it's around rotation, so if I just double click here, I get the material function for rotation. and here is for the scale, it's the same, and here is all combined together, so it's rotating, transforming, and scaling at the same time. As you can see here, if I go in here, I get this one master material function, and in here it's all combined together. So there are two different types. One is that you can control the transform with the values, and the second one is that you control all the values with MPC, material parameter collections, and it's driven by the blueprint. So that's basically what we see up here. So if I click on some mesh, I can just open the master material, and all you need to do is just add this function into your model and output a normal VPO. You can also output colors, so you can see the debug colors, like this one. So yeah, that's it. So that's the quick introduction of my new asset, which is called Transform Effector Shader, and I will create more tutorials, so you will see how to use it in your custom models, how to use it in megascans, and how to make some tips and tricks with the Transform Effector Shader.